Hello guys, this is Joshua Loper, EVE Online Videos. About to show you my latest Abyssal running. So this time I'm trying Exotic, and I think I only ran it once, and I got almost 21 million ISK. So here's my ship. It's skinned, and I did some Abyssal heat sinks. So to use those, you need the mutaplasmid. There's different levels. I chose the one that's 20 million, I think, about, which was kind of a good price on the market. So I think you can roll for there's a probability, different upgrades it can do. These were pretty good. I got 11% rate of fire, which is, I think, much higher than a heatsink 2. And it really does a lot better damage. And my DPS is 163. It really helps a lot. And then I did use the Abyssal on these small armor repairers. It says, created by Joshua Loper. This item was created by infusing small armor repairer 2 with glorified gravid small armor repairer mutaplasmid. So I spent about 20 or 30 million on the mutaplasmid, and it actually lowered my repair, but the activation cost is much lower. So that's kind of a benefit for the Abyss. And then I have the cat battery. I went ahead and upgraded that. So now I have a 29.9%, which is really good. So my capacitor is huge. I've got a level 2 afterburner, and I just went ahead and put overclocking and capacitor, trying to get it stable. But once I put the mutaplasmids in, it went unstable again. But I'm also using an implant. So anyway, like I said, I'm switching to Exotic. So I just made almost 20 mil in almost one run, which was kind of lucky, but maybe 2 of them. So I kind of need to sell them to get the money back, but let's just go ahead and play. So I have to be in a fleet. Not sure if that's much of a problem, just something that you have to do when you're in a frigate, or else it won't let you in. Cruiser will just jump you in right away. You'll see that in my other videos. So I'm just looking for a reliable way to run the Abyss. I've made many different ships. I'm in a safe spot right now, by the way. So I have these ones that I use for just flying around for fun. Made a bunch of those. I've got just Retribution, and ultimately Retribution 24-2 was the one that I was actually able to complete Calm Electrical. And I did pick these parts out myself. Not definitely saying it's not better than other builds, but the Abyssal mutaplasmids are super helpful. So I'm trying that. We're gonna just jump into the Abyss. And so I have about 70 different builds, trying to get it just right. Took lots of suggestions. So here's my ship. The price doesn't even come up right because I'm using mutaplasmids. So this is like 40 mil for these 2 items. This one's like another 20 mil. And this one's probably another 10, 20 mil. So it is a little bit over 100 million. And then I have just one little implant to help. 20 million implant. So let's go ahead and play Exotic. Exotic, and especially frigates, seem to give a pretty good amount of money back. Electrical has been really dangerous for me. And again, only the 24-2 that I have. That's just the build number 24. So I took that and just converted them into abyssal items. And upgraded the afterburner too, thankfully. Only available on Omega. So it looks like we've got Devoted Trapper. So let's see what they're doing. I have double armor repairs. Okay, this is gonna hurt. So I'm gonna try to get this guy as quickly as possible. I'm clicking in front of him and, oh yeah, the HP is going. So, most of my hits are landing. I don't have a weapon boosting implant. But the rolled mutaplasmids did increase the damage and the fire rate. So I'm within a pretty decent range with Scorch, and the 163 is still noticeable. Evil 9 is a lot of 1% bonuses, and you just notice. I don't know. So I'm pretty far away from this guy. I just gotta like predict where they're going. Okay, so not bad. Okay, so I got him. Alright, I'm gonna put on some music. Hope you guys like that. That was Aurora Night. So here I am. So this guy's a little difficult to get to. I'm not particularly worried. My DPS is so good with these abyssal heat sinks. And if I do find the devoted knight, I think I would do pretty well. So, okay, I drifted away for a little bit there. So I'm just trying to get close. The range for the conflagration is very short, maybe 4,000 meters. But with all this extra DPS, it just works pretty good. And the rate of fire seems very fast. And so I did double reps because you really do need it, especially if you're doing calm. You gotta have good EHP, or like, I think effective HP. So I mean, I did 700, and it's fast. I mean, this is great. This is only like the second or third time that I've actually flown this ship, and like I said, I made like, there's the explosion. I made like 20 million just from these very tempting little items. We've got the fierce filament. You would never, ever want to go fly your ship in a fierce. Like, yeah, no. But you can sell them easily and quickly at actually probably most markets. Would give you a pretty average price. The filament prices don't really vary for some reason. I mean, and so it was just the filaments that gave me a lot. Plus, being an exotic, the drops are pretty good, and they have. See, I just got 2.6 million just from that room. I've only been in here for like what, 2 or 3 minutes. So that's like a million a minute. So that's like 60 million an hour. If I were to just keep going and going, 60 million credits in an hour in a frigate alone. Yeah. So, but with implants too, I mean, I might be close to 180. I wouldn't even say 200 million. I did put quite a bit into it, you know. So we got the striking Dracovac. So, some of these guys, especially the big battleships like this, or I think it's a battleship, striking Dracovac. But yeah, I can just tell by the icon it's a big ship. So we can look at this here. So here it is. So again, this is exotic, so they're going to give you specific things for exotic. I played Abyss over a year ago, and I learned a lot. Or like a year ago, 9 months. I learned a lot from just flying it all the time. Oh, hold on. And so, yeah, he's drilling me pretty hard, but my reps are really good because, again, double reps. And then my capacitor, absolutely enormous. I mean, that is a lot of little squares. And then I do have a capacitor rig, as well as, you know, like I showed you, the abyssal cat battery with almost 30%. So I'm within range now. I'm just watching the kilometers, basically. I mean, 285 is huge, but what's even more fun is that we can keep approaching them. And then the DPS just gets insane. It's a great build. Hopefully I don't die, but it was a little bit exciting building it. I have been a billionaire for quite a while in this game. Mostly losing it really quickly. But I was able to try things and learn. But again, I was saying, like, after a while you start to forget. So it takes practice. It's kind of like muscle memory, especially with playing Eve. I mean, it's really, I had to train myself how to play Eve. So the conflagration is working not very well. So I'm switching to Scorch. It's kind of risking me. I was trying to fly and talk. Let's see if I can get through this. So 120, 175. So he's moving pretty quick though, I can just tell from the this. So this is like one of the difficult points for sure. I'm aimed right at him right now. And my HPs are really good. So now I got up real close again. So let's switch to conflagration, because we need that time. Like, we gotta get him quick. So I'm knocking him down pretty good, actually. It's a lot to look at and figure out. I don't know. And it takes practice. So, yeah. So let's see how much loot we got this time. Again, and yeah, so it seems like I've only run exotic maybe once today. Oh, that was the final pocket. So, these drops seem to give like 1 to upwards of 2 million ISK, and they're easily tradable. So the ISK per hour is very high. And the advantage is having a frigate. So I've been trying to figure this out a long time. Guys have stuff on the internet, but it's just all over the place. Not saying they're wrong. So I got 1.3 million. So not bad for just a couple minutes of work. one little guy. I got like a 1.2 million. So these little red books, you just trade them in anywhere. And then I also wanted to take a second to talk about using the filaments. So there seems to be some confusion from some players, like the safety of using filaments. And you've really got to be constructive and creative with your safety. So for example, I'm in a safe spot. So I have this place, I made it just for Abyss. Yes, you could technically find me since I play on Tranquility, but I'm not an important player by any means. I just play the game, I throw my money away at the game, I have fun. And this ship's been a lot of fun lately. And I had to just go back to the 24-2 build that I have. So this is so I had up to a 28, but this is a small focus pulse laser 2, compact afterburner, Republic Fleet small cap battery, 1X Corelli, that's dead space, A-type small armor repair, that's 120 hit points per about 5 seconds. So 120, and then I don't, 6 seconds. Okay, and then heatsink, 2 heatsink 2s, and 1 reactive armor hardener. Since this is an armor ship, you want armor, and then I don't even have a passive. Oh wait, yeah, it did have a passive. So I've heard it was bad to mix between passive and active, but we're definitely protecting armor. And in the Abyss, this is just a cheap item, the reactive armor hardener that you can activate when you're worried, you know, and when you're fighting. And that 15% resistance is like almost like giving you more hit points. And then we've got the armor repairer, and it's a nice one. It's not even a level 2, it's dead space. And the dead space this item only costs 20 million. So it's a great deal. It's totally worth it. The extra like 50 or 60 hit points is a few seconds. And then I have here, I tried the burst improvement and the locust. Just trying to get the weapons really good. And then I was like, hey, maybe I should use the mutaplasmids. So my previous core suggested using mutaplasmids for the heat sinks primarily. I went ahead and just decked out the ship almost as much as I could and just sort of tried to push it into that direction of the abyssal modules. So that was why I replaced the burst and the locust with the capacitor and the processor. So yeah, I fit ships. So that was my build. That one I can actually pass calm with, but I think the devoted knight gets me. So that's why I'm switching to exotic for now. And then seems to be paying pretty good. We'll see if I run into any problems. I want to just run it and just keep running it, but it doesn't happen that way. So I did get kind of lucky, like the first time that I got into there, I did get these like 10 mil items. And they really do trade in, like easily. So anyway, I'm in a safe spot in Alikara, and it's just 2 jumps away from Jeddah, and it's pretty easy to get to. So to go back and sell my loot would be really easy. I mean, you can see it just stacked up here. I mean, there's a lot of ISK here. And then the ship itself, including the mutaplasmids, I'd have to go back and double check the mutaplasmid prices, but I was just building. I wasn't sure how good it would really get. Okay, so we can go ahead and play another filament. I've got a few. So, calm exotic filament, and then I'm still in a fleet. And see, it says 3 frigates, so it takes 3 filaments, and the loot is more. So we just got one guy here. Strike Grip Tessera. So I'm just marching ahead here. Okay, that's a very bad sound. When you hear that, that's a scary sound. Alright. So I got my reps on. He's really hitting me hard. But I'm within 3,000 meters, so let's switch ammo. And this is like a split-second thing here. Let's see if I can even catch him. So I was like totally not looking, but the double reps, and again, I'm too far right now. This is kind of touchy, but it looks like I'm edging in on him pretty good. Again, the reps running real good. So I've really got to like pilot in front of him, and then I can land my hits. So let's get some music going. Alright, so I got him. So we got Lucid Fire Watcher, Lucid Warden. They look like little ships, but they can move fast, probably. Let's take a look. Hello, guys. So I'm gonna select the one that's closest to me. So this guy's closing in really close. But I should be okay with Scorch. So it looks like I got him. So I'm going to activate my other rep. Alright, got him. So I'm within range. So let's see. All right. 2.5 mil. Wow. Or 6 minutes, less than 6 minutes. So this is the last pocket. 2 guys here. So they've already got me since my shield's empty, but not terrible. I have double repairs, so I can hold up a pretty heavy beating. So I'm just getting closer to them. Still just trying to get up there. Alright, getting close. See, I thought this was going to happen. The other guys stopped trying to get away from me. So I could keep going. I'm going to start with Scorch. 200 damage. Oh, I guess I'm doing fine. I'm within range for both of them now. So I'm going 758 meters a second. I think that's lowered a little bit depending on certain parts of the fitting. So I'm very close, so I can switch to conflagration. 349. So I'm just going to try to get close to him again. Here we go. So this is just the fastest way to get rid of them using the green ammo here. Conflagration. That's on his hull, so it's kind of easy to do a lot of damage. But these are pretty high HP guys. The rate of fire is insane. So I tried to fly away. He's got a little bit of HP left. There we go. It's gonna explode. Alright guys, well that kind of concludes my stream. I appreciate you guys giving me views. So 2.4 million. Wow. Cool. too far away. Okay guys, thank you for viewing. I hope you guys liked my video. And so this is Joshua Loper, EVE Online Videos. Pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, you can expect to see some EVE videos, and I was super tempted to post a food video because I like good food and eggs and Jesus. So I'm getting the help I need. Doing better than ever. So take care of you guys. Until next time. Bye.